What's up, everyone? This is your guy, Selly Sell, coming at you today, speaking on one of my passions, which is passive income streams. I'm going to be sharing information with you today about a project that I recently discovered, and this is actually not a new project. This is a project that launched back in April of 2021. I'm just getting it at this point, but it's a phenomenal project, changing lives, and I'm going to share a little bit about it with you. First of all, as I get into this project, I want to talk about the transfer of wealth. Um, Wealth continues to transfer from those that have to those that have not, and I'm also going to introduce the term decentralized finance. Both of these things tie in with this, this project. With this project, with it being decentralized finance, it's actually taking the level down. It's bringing it down to a point where the average ordinary person can have and receive a lot of the benefits that the wealthy receive. And that's the good thing about decentralized finance and how it ties in with cryptocurrency. And we're talking about the transfer of wealth, so wealth moving from those that have to those that have not, and it being an equal and level playing field for everyone to participate in and enjoy. That's what the big boys don't like about decentralized finance, as well as crypto and the way that that plays into it. So let's go ahead and jump right into the project that we're talking about. The name of the project is the Drip Network, as you can see, on my screen here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how Drip works. What happens with Drip is whatever the amount of drip that you deposit into this faucet here, the smart contract, and we'll talk about a smart contract. The smart contract is going to generate 365% of that amount in drip. The key thing that I'm saying here and repeating here is drip. Drip is a cryptocurrency, and as we know, cryptocurrencies rise and fall. So that 365% is on drip. It's not dollars, it's on drip. So as an example, if you were to deposit 100 drip into this faucet, the smart contract would grow that 100 drip to 365 drip. And the way that it does that is it's going to pay you in earnings 1% of your total balance of drip per day. So it's going to pay you 1% per day, all the way up to 365%, which is the max payout. Now, what most people do is they do something called compounding. And what compounding does is you're compounding that 1% every day, adding it on top of the previous balance, which is what compounding is, and it is extending that max payout, out into the future. So 1% a day is being compounded on a daily basis and extended into the future, and that's how a lot of the wealth has been created, in drip. There are people now that have totally changed their lives. Those that got involved, back in April, have totally changed their lives, to the current day. I recently got started in the Drip Network probably about 2 weeks ago. I started off with about 13, 14 drip. I can't remember exactly what it was. But basically, as you can see, this is my dashboard here. I have available, which is what has generated since yesterday, about 0.157 drip, and that happens to equate to about $13.77 today. My total deposit is 15.8 drip, which equates to about $1,389 today based on the value of drip. And over here you can see I've claimed 2.467 drip, and that is basically 1% of drip, my drip balance, every day since I got started in drip, and I'll show you what that equates to once I move to another calculator. But I've been compounding every single day, so increasing my deposit balance, taking the available balance and adding it to the deposit balance. The system is keeping up with every claim that I make from that available balance, tallying it up, because there is a maximum payout of 100,000 drip. I'm a long ways off of that, but the system is keeping up with it. Once you hit 100,000 drip, you can't generate the 1% per day anymore, and you're out of the system. You have to kind of restart over if you want to get it back going again. You'll also see down at the bottom, you'll see a max payout. That max payout is basically 365% of what my total deposit is. So that max payout continues to grow, as I compound, or as I claim, really compounded. And compounded in drip is called hydrating. So as I compound, every day, that max percentage is increasing. So those are the fundamentals of drip. Drip has taxes, and these taxes are, all part of that transfer of wealth. The taxes is what actually keeps the smart contract working and sustaining itself. Every time drip is either sold or purchased, there's a 10% tax. Once the drip is deposited into this faucet, there's a 10% tax. And when you compound or hydrate, there's a 5% tax on that. So every single step has taxation, which is what, again, increases the sustainability and allows the system to last. It's been going well and fine, since April of 2021. So it's definitely working as it should. What I want to do now is I want to move into. Before I do that, let me just show you what the swap system is, which kind of gets into how do you get started into drip. Drip is on the Binance Smart Chain. So basically, you'll need to purchase BNB, and you can purchase that. I got a few ways, and I'll make another video showing you how to do that. Or you may already know how to get BNB, but you want to get BNB Smart Chain. Once you have the BNB Smart Chain, the fountain will allow you to deposit the Smart Chain using a Web3 wallet like MetaMask. I'll make a video showing you how to do that as well. And you basically deposit that drip, deposit that BNB, and it buys the drip for you, the system, right here on this page, on the drip.community /fountain page. So once you got your drip, the next thing you do is you'll come over here to the faucet, and you will take what you have, and you want to leave a little extra BNB. You don't want to buy drip with all of your BNB. You want to leave a few dollars, and when I say a few dollars, the fees, or the gas fees on BNB, are very cheap. So you want to leave a couple dollars, $2-3, just to get yourself input into the system. You can always add some BNB at a later time. So you'll basically deposit the funds into you deposit the drip into the faucet, and remember, there's a 10% tax that's taken out of that deposit. And also one important thing: whatever you deposit into the faucet, you no longer have access to withdraw those funds or pull them out. So you no longer have access. Very important. I'm going to say that 2 more times. You no longer have access to what you deposit into the faucet. You no longer have immediate access to what you deposit into the faucet. So you can't deposit it in there and then just pull it back out. However, what you can do is you will earn whatever that balance is, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whatever that balance is, you will earn a total of 1% every 24 hours on whatever you have in there. Now, that 1%, you can withdraw it. You can do whatever you want to do with it. You will have those taxes, those sustainability taxes, I'll call them, with the with the withdrawal. So keep all of that in mind. But over the long haul, the smart contract will take whatever you put in there, and it will increase it 365%, which is amazing. So keep all of that in mind. And as I move to the next page, which is a calculator, it'll give you some details on how the growth of your funds can happen. So let's take a look at this calculator right here. This is my dashboard, and this dashboard is basically showing right now that within the last 24 hours, I've made about $13.79, 0.157 drip. So everything is in drip, remember that. The dollar value is just a reflection on the value of drip at the time. So 1% of my total earnings, which is the 15.8 drip, over the last 24 hours happens to be 0.157 drip. And I have compounded 2.467 drip. So that's 1% per day, over the lifetime of my life in drip, my span of time in this project, which equates to about $216. And my maximum payout is 57.671 drip, which is 365% of the total deposit I have, the 15.8, and that's about $5,000 as a max payout. Again, I receive 1% per day. I can let that 1% add up. I can compound that 1%. I can sell it. I can do anything I want to with that 1% each single day with this project. Let's move down and take a look at some of the statistics. Right now, there is over 72,000 people that are using this drip network. In available funds that have been deposited, we're looking at $655 million. Withdrawals from the network, over $776 million have been withdrawn. 657,000 transactions, and the available supply of drip is about $48,000. I'll show you later how the initial supply was 1 million. So drip is an asset that has a very limited supply, which means that it's a valuable asset. That's where you want to put your money, in valuable assets that have limited supplies. Not one that has an ever increasing supply. So this is my dashboard. Now let's do something fun. Let's move on to the calculator. So this calculator, it will allow us to give a projection on what is to come with our drip investment, over time. So let's take a look at what happens on a day. 1 day out basically is about $13. $13 a day is what's happening per day at this point. Let's shift out 30 days. We shift out 30 days, as you can see, about $455 has been accrued. If you're compounding, you'll take that $455 and you'll add it to the initial. And again, let's speak in terms of drip. So about 5.182 drip have accrued over the last 30 days, with compounding, and you add that 5 to the initial amount, and we have about 20.98 drip, which just so happens to equate to $1,844, and y'all just saw that change. So the numbers can change at any point. So you're measuring this in 1% of drip, 1% of the total value of drip that you have, increasing, not the dollar amount. And just to kind of show you, drip has been appreciating. There's a chart. If you look at the chart from the beginning of the start of the drip token, to now, you'll see that it's been increasing, over time, an upward trend. So expect drip to not to stay at the same value that it is, showing right here at about $87 per drip. Let's have a little bit more fun. Let's move on to 60-day point. We've accrued about 12 drip total, valued at about $1,000, a little over $1,000 in today's value. Let's go 90 days out, and we're at 21 drip, about $1,800. Let's move out to 6 months. We're at over $6,000 at about 70 drip. A total investment, this is where this 1% is coming off, of about $7,600. And this is compounding every 24 hours. That's what the 24 hours means. Over $6,000 in 6 months. And what that means is, at that point, if you were to compound all the way to the 6-month point, at that point you could start withdrawing if you chose to. Now, you could withdraw every single day if you want to, but if you want to just kind of hold it and compound it and, you know, let it build, you could start withdrawing about $61.57 per day until you reach $7,619, which is the amount that you have to pull out. But again, continually compounding. Let's go ahead and move to 365 days. At 365 days, you know, over a 12-month period, you've accrued about 482 drip, valued at about $42,000 at today's price. Not thinking about appreciation that could very well happen, you know, over the next 12 months. And at that point, if you wanted to withdraw, you could start withdrawing $354 per day from the drip network. Just to give you a point of reference, $275 per day is $100,000 per year. If you were to take out $275, 365 days of the year, that's $100,000. And at the 12-month period of holding this, you would be at $354 per day as opposed to $275. Let's have a little bit more fun. Let's go ahead and take it a year and 3 months, and you'll see we're at over $100,000 at that point. $829 per day, just phenomenal. At the 1% withdrawal rate. Let's move up to a year and 6 months. Over $200,000, almost $2,000 a day. You know, just massive, you know, compounding and growth. Let's move to a year and 9 months, $500,000, you know, $4,500 a day. Are y'all seeing this? You know, and look at the principal here. This is the initial starting point, $1,390. Let's go ahead and max it out here. 2-year point, over $1.3 million, 14,970 drip. Over $10,000 per day that could be pulled out of the system. A $1,300 principal. You know, that is, again, you know, every time I look at this and I think about it, you know, it is amazing. You know, simply amazing. So this is just an earnings calculator. I had a little too much fun with it. What I want to do now is I want to move into just kind of telling you guys, you know, what it was about this project that, you know, caught my attention. You know, you gotta do your due diligence, and I encourage each and every one of you to do your due diligence before making a decision to join this project or any other project. You know, it has to make sense to you. And I did my due diligence, and you know, if I look back at the dashboard, you know, I saw where there were 72,000 people and over $656 million in this project. You know, that caught my attention. And so what I did was I knew that anything that's involving crypto and blockchain technology, it is a public record, which is the blockchain. So I went to BSC Scan, which covers any and everything that's on the Binance Smart Chain. And I took a look at the token contract right here for drip, and what that showed me, once I select the holders here, what that showed me was that there were about 75,000 holders in actuality, and which means 75,000 different wallets. There were 3 smart contracts. This first contract, which has the fees, well, the taxes as we call them, has over 528,000 drip in it, which is 52% of the drip that's been put out there, that's been produced, 52% of it. Now, liquidity with Pancake Swap, you have to add liquidity. Pancake Swap is the largest exchange on the Binance Smart Chain. You have to have liquidity there for people that are selling, so they can change the drip into other coins that they want to use. And there's another contract that belongs to the community here, which has, and we'll move over here. We'll look at the percentages instead of the total amount of drip. But we're talking about 52% in the tax vault, 29% as liquidity, and another 4% in the community. So that's about 85% of the drip that's in circulation. It's in smart contracts. So that's the distribution. So what that tells you is that drip is not being just sold off for the next dollar. It's being held or being invested by over 75,000 people, because they feel like it's valuable, and they feel like it's something that they want to, they're gonna be very profitable with. They see the value. So that once I saw that, as well as the earnings potential, I was sold. That this was a project that was very, very well worth my time, and something that I should take a good look at. Again, what I'm sharing with you is not financial advice. I'm not qualified to do that. It's just education based on my personal experience. Again, I encourage everybody to do their due diligence to see whether or not this is a project for you. Just sharing. If you have any questions, definitely leave a comment with that question. I'll leave some additional information, some of the links for the BSC scan, as well as the drip token. I'll leave a lot of that in the right below the video. I'll also leave my referral link. Guys, I would really appreciate your partnership to go on this journey with me. If you would use my referral link, if you decide to participate in this project, if you feel like this information is something that could benefit you, something that could possibly change your life, I definitely would appreciate the use of my referral link, which is also below the video. And again, make a smart decision for you. Thank you for your time, and I wish everyone a good day.